So I'll share my screen. So in last session, what was covered? Constructor chaining, overloading, class, objects, inheritance, this all right. Okay, so today I'll cover this overriding, abstract class, interface, encapsulation. I will try to cover all this today. Okay, but the prerequisites are you should know about the inheritance, that is already covered yesterday. If you don't know inheritance, there will be problem understanding this overriding. Abstract class, of course, inheritance everywhere required this inheritance. Okay, this also requires inheritance. Okay, so if you have missed yesterday's session, then here is the problem. Okay, so just be focused why every session is related to next session. Don't miss any one of. Okay, so what is overriding? Overloading, you guys already seen that in a same class, same name methods, different type of arguments or different number of arguments, then that is overloading. Okay, why overloading is required you also know now. Now it's about overriding, because in interviews many questions comes like difference between overloading and overriding. And frankly speaking, rigorously interviewers nowadays ask not about these topics, overloading and overriding. Okay, the trend is changed now. Means expectations from the automation engineer is not this overloading and overriding. They are assuming that you already know, they will ask you higher level question, not these. Okay, means as whatever I am getting experience from the last 2 years is this, that overloading and overriding will nobody will ask you. This is what just you will use there. Okay, and if he asks, if anybody, means out of 10 interviews, if one interviewer asks you about overloading and overriding, then of course you should able to explain it in just a few seconds. Mean 10 seconds you need to cover all the part of the answer. Means whatever I am saying is per my experience. Maybe someone has different experiences. These are college days questions. Okay, so if you still think that you will be asked these such questions for interviews, I don't think so. And depends what experience you are applying for. Suppose you are applying for 1 year experience, then expect this question. Okay, so not waste too much time here, just come to the topic. So this is that difference between overloading and overriding. This is one important interview question. Okay, and I will suggest you guys to keep reaching out to Sumit and ask him for mock interviews. Whosoever thinks that he is on the same pace that the course is running, then just reach out to him. He will try to take an interview for you. Sapna, you are already in the meeting. I don't think you are not connected. Someone has pinged over there that I am not able to attend. And okay, so this is actually important interview question. Okay, second thing is abstract class and interface. This you can expect, maybe it depends on interviewer's mood. This is an important interview question. We are going to cover these all today. Okay, and then encapsulation. These are means interviewer don't want to waste too much time in these questions. He just, for the formality, he will ask you and expecting from you that you will reply this answer within a few seconds, so that he can understand. When he starts interview, he can understand that you have knowledge. Now he can ask further questions. But some people actually not able to explain overloading and overriding. Then he understand, then and then immediately he comes to the topic that you will not able to answer anymore, and he will quit the interview. 45 minutes interview will be stopped in 10 minutes. Nobody wants to waste their time nowadays. Okay, so if you answer that, then he will take interest on you and then move further. Even multiple people are following this strategy nowadays. So this is also a very basic question and very most important topic in terms of your framework. Nowadays, how people ask this question, I will tell you. Once we will start the developing the framework, then nowadays people are asking this same thing in different way. Like, where you have used overloading and overriding in your framework, where you have used encapsulation in your framework, where you have used abstract class and interface in your framework. Okay, now he asked multiple questions just by asking one question. Now, if you know the abstract class and interface, then you will, of course, if you have worked on framework, then of course you will answer. If you have not worked on framework, then you will try to explain in the just this. Now he will understand that okay, you don't have any experience. That's why I'm in the beginning I am saying this. Now it's 12:10. I just waiting for the people to join. Now let's start. Okay, so this is actually the story that I wanted to let you know, guys. If you have faced multiple interviews, now you will be aware of these things. Okay, okay, now anybody try to explain me what is overriding? Any idea? Then try to explain. Otherwise I will come to my topic. Anybody wants to try, doesn't matter correct or incorrect. That's the different thing. But if you want to explain, if you want to put a light over here. Okay, so thing, I am coming to overriding. First of all, whenever you go for learning anything, and this is not my discovery, this is actually general thing that anybody can think of. Like, first of all, you should know why you are learning this topic. Why, what, and how. These two W's are actually the building block of your programming skills. Okay, means first of all you should ask yourself why overriding, what is overriding, and how to use it. These three questions. First I will answer this why overriding. Okay, you know about inheritance. Okay, suppose there is class A. Okay, and there is a class A which have, suppose class A and class A suppose have M1, M2 and M3 methods which are implemented. Okay, class A has M1, M2 and M3 method which are implemented. Now class B has also same use case. Then what class B will do? Class B will not going to write this M1, M2 and M3 method. Class B will what it will do? It will say okay, let's extend class A. Everything which is present inside class A is coming to class B excepting constructor, because constructor is not inherited. So if I am using everything, that doesn't mean that it will inherit the constructor. Okay, so these three methods are now present inside M1, M2 and M3. I have not created here, but through inheritance these are by default present. Okay, but what this class B says, class B says I have same implementation of M1, same implementation of M2, but M3 I have a different implementation. I don't want to use M3 method of class A implemented way. I want my way to implement it. Okay, for an example, if I am developing a gaming application and here is a player, class player, I want that every player should have run property, walk property, down property, sitting down, right, and pick a gun property. Okay, these properties, but every player will have different energy level. So if class my player, not my player, x player, suppose there is a x player, extends player, then run property will be same, sorry, pick a gun property same. Okay, there are only hands to pick a gun, nobody will pick a gun from their legs, right? And walk property will be same, maybe speed will differ, sitting down property will be, but run property, suppose in walk and run there is a different speed. So of course this is just an example, don't relate it directly. Okay, this is what I am just trying to relate you. Okay, so if I say that walk and run property, then every player will have different energy level, different running and walking speed. Okay, so this class X player is not satisfied with the implementation of this player class walk and run speed, so it will say what, I will implement my own walk and run, because my player has different capacity level, right? So this is why overriding is used. Now what overriding is, this is why, now what is overriding? Overriding is actually what it will do, it will implement its own method, right? Means whatever it is actually extending, it is inheriting, it will provide its own implementation and override previous one. Means child class, if child class is not satisfied with the implementation of the parent class methods, then child class can override those methods. Okay, this is overriding. How to use it, that I will come to when code writing part. Okay, anybody has a question, then ask me. Anybody has any doubt? Okay, so let's come to the topic. Now when I will develop framework, then I will at that time I will show you where I am using overriding, where I am using overloading, where I am actually using the encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, everything I will tell you there. Okay, so that if interviewer ask you in the question, in the interview, you should be able to answer. Otherwise everybody is learning framework nowadays, everybody is doing whatever you are doing now, but some people are doing in a different way, some are in a different way. That doesn't matter, you should be able to answer, you should know everything, that is important. Okay, so here, yes sir. Yes Balaji. Let me see first class B and class A, then one by one tell me what you are trying to say. There is a class A, because I don't know how Sumit covered yesterday. So let me come to class B. Now you are saying class B extends A. Okay. Then, okay. If B will if B will extend A, there will be nothing change come in, which will come in class A. Okay, inheriting doesn't means that it is actually taking everything from that, that will be same. There will be nothing change. Snapshot, yeah, it's okay to say snapshot, but for your understanding only, not answering in interviews, you will say that snap. Understanding, it's good, understanding for you, for, because your question is arising one doubt on me, like A is actually, suppose I have 10 rupees, you have inherited my property and my 10 rupees gone. No, nothing like that. Okay, see, it's like that. If you inheriting, then you are inheriting just those 10 rupees. I still have those 10. Okay, so just like if, for an example, my father has a house, after him I will inherit that or even I am inheriting that house as of now as well, but still he has that house, he is the owner of that house still, right? No, it doesn't matter, we are using something that his property is going to, not like that. Okay, suppose there is a class player and class, and in same class, just let's talk about it later. Class here, player, and here I have a method void run. You can try with different return types as well, you should not be restricted to this void run type. I am just using in very initial phase, so I am, if you know that, you just go for that. Okay, and here player run 8 km/h, walk. And you guys should know that camel case. What is camel case? First letter of each word capital. These are the standards. I have seen multiple assignments sent by you. Some people send the link. Okay, so multiple people are doing these mistakes. So camel case means first letter of each word should be capital. This is only single. Suppose I am writing here example, so E should be capital. It's good that you are trying, but follow the standards as well. So here walk and then run. Method, first letter will be starting from small. Okay, even keywords like properties, variables, these will be starting from small letters. And next, walking player, if I'll write here walking player, then P will be capital. This you should start googling now, and then you should know about this. Okay, everybody will notice these things. Okay, even if you use any existing class, you may know that just by seeing the class name. If I extend any class, existing class, which is a Java class, suppose I go for any class like which is already there, then suppose system. How how can I say this system is a class? How can I say? Just by seeing that this first letter is common, capital, sorry, not common. How can I say this is object? Because the first letter is capital. Okay, just see, this is one system. You can see public final class system. I will show you this, what is this final, right? You can see this class, this system is a class, and if we can go to this, you can see public final static out, print stream and out. This is what object of print stream class. Okay, how can I say this is object? Name is starting from this, and of course written after the class name, then it is object. That doesn't matter, but here you should know this. Just by watching the names and the mechanism which is used to write, I can say this is a class and this is a method and this is the variable. How? The same standards you should also follow. Okay, this is one common mistakes done by you guys in assignments. Otherwise nothing is there, like I can suggest you as of now, that part is not too much covered, so I will take care of those things. Okay, so walk 5 km/h. And suppose there was another method here, pick a gun. Y C, pick a G capital gun. This is the right way to write method name. Starting from a small letter, then A, and then G is capital. Okay, sys out hand, which is player picks the gun same way. Okay, these three methods are present in class player. Now what I will do, I will use another class X player, means this was my player, this was common player. Okay, now in a game there is not only single player, there are multiple players. Okay, so now that gaming application team is developing different player, and he is saying that this is X player. Okay, and it is extending player. Okay, because this X player will also have same properties like run, walk, pick a gun. Okay, so if this is extending player, so by default all these three methods are coming in X player. And what is this said? Inheritance. Okay, so through inheritance all those three methods are coming. Suppose this X player says that I have one more method to implement, and that's my own method. Means X player color, then this player can have blue shirt player. Okay, because see, this is X player class, it will inherit player class properties, but it will have also some own properties. Means suppose I am extending property of my father and behavior of my father, but some behavior, some properties, something will be different, that will be not present in my father. I will have some my own things, right? Means my father is support having one home, maybe tomorrow I will also buy a home, right? So that's my own thing, and the which the father have, that also mine. Okay, similarly here as well, X player extending player, then three methods are present, but something will be there which will be different in X player. That's why this is the X player, otherwise what's the need of developing this X player? Okay, so this is the player color which is different from this player, because this player class is saying this I am common, these properties you should use. Okay, and note down these words. I will come when I will come to abstract class and interface, I will tell you how to force anyone that you have to use this, otherwise you cannot write your own application. You have to, your player should have this property. This is the X player is not forced as of now. Okay, so this is extending player, then this is one. Now this X player is saying your walking speed is very less. I am pro player, means somebody which is using this game, downloaded this game from Play Store, he updated for pro version. I want to speed his speed by, increase his speed by 2 kilometers, so player can walk by 7 kilometers and your player is walking by 5 kilometers only. So it will do one thing, it will write its own implementation like walk player walk 7 kilometers per hour, right? Now this method is overridden. I am coming to, first let me declare main class. I will create the object of X player, and this is the standards, not like this object I have to write. Object name should be same as class name. Okay, but so that everybody can understand, okay, this object is of what class? X player class. Okay, now X player dot what now who is coming at 12:32. X player dot, and what are the methods present in this? Player color and walk. X player dot player color. Okay, let's run it.